Chapter 6. Beatrice receives a phone call and she thinks that it is a call from the casualty ward of the hospital in Barca, informing her that Chris has been involved in an accident. Nevertheless, the call is coming from the presidential palace, and it is His Excellency himself who is inviting her for a private party, and he instructs her to dress casually. She is surprised because for some time now she only sees His Excellency on television. When he had just assumed Beatrice, Sam, and he came used to visit His Excellency at the palace and spend time with him. But now things have changed. She calls Chris to inform him of the surprise invitation, and Chris promises to see her before she leaves. Soon enough, a black Mercedes is sent to pick her up, and that's the moment that she realizes that she is going to Abichi Lake Resort and not to the presidential palace. She does not understand the arrogant manner in which His Excellency invites her without seeking her consent. Beatrice remembers Chris's advice of keeping all options open and to keep calm no matter the situation. There is one thing that Beatrice will not dare do, and that is sleeping with His Excellency. She arrives at the beautiful, charming, and opulent resort. She also knows that the presidential resort has just been renovated with a sum of 20 million. The previous administration had built the resort for 45 million. Shockingly, the money had been withdrawn from the public treasury without following the right financial procedure. Worst of all, such huge amount of monies which have been disbursed to build the house and to renovate it is ridiculous because the country is in economic mess and the people lack basic amenities. In an argument on the topic between Chris and Ikem, the latter says many great nations and monuments were built by tyrants who exploited the peasants. Beatrice is given a reception of a rock star by His Excellency and who introduces her to Lou, an American journalist. She has come to investigate rumors circulating in the West about Kangan and its leader to find out whether the rumors are false or not. Beatrice's brilliance is also introduced as she holds a first-class honors degree from Queen Mary's College at the University of London, and she is the Assistant Secretary at the Ministry of Finance. Beatrice familiarizes herself with the other people present, and Lou proposes to meet her so that they can talk over things about life under His Excellency Sam from a woman's point of view. Beatrice tells her that she can get whatever information that she wants from the direct source. This is the first time that Beatrice comes closer to the high and mighty people of Kangan, like the Director of State Research Council or the Army Chief of Staff. She also realizes that the women present at the party are overdressed or fashionably dressed, and she wonders if these are the women who now grace His Excellency's pleasurable life, or they have just been invited to please the guest of the day. The food is delicious, extravagant, and well chosen. His Excellency thrills his guests with a lot of jokes, leaving Beatrice to engage Lou in conversation. Whatever thing he says, the people just agree with him, and none dares to contradict. Beatrice is interested to discuss with Major Joseph Osai than spend time with Lou. Lou drinks a drop more than it is necessary, and she becomes loose in her conversation with His Excellency. In addition, She simply refers to those present by calling them by their names, without adding their titles like Johnson or Ahmed. She also lectures His Excellency on how to run national affairs and how to maintain the country's foreign debt servicing at 51%. She addresses an unpopular topic such as foreign aid, and Beatrice reminds her of Ikem's editorial, and she calls Ikem a Marxist. She accuses Ikem to be a lover of Fidel Castro and calls Castro a hypocrite who tells other states not to pay their debts, yet he pays his secretly. She tells the listeners that the banks are not charitable homes, and therefore whatever country that borrows money from the banks must repay their loans. The guests move towards the lounge where they will dance, and His Excellency keeps Lou and Beatrice by his side, jokingly saying that he is an African chief, and being an African chief, he is a polygamist. His Excellency's utterance rings a bell in Beatrice's head, and she begins to wonder why she had been invited in the first place to the party. Was it to keep Lou company or to warm His Excellency's bed? She retrospects about the humiliation that she had had in England when her boyfriend had abandoned her to dance with a white lady, and she had ended up dancing with other young guys who did not come with their girlfriends. The white girl finally tells Beatrice that black men love them, and Beatrice felt so humiliated. What is happening presently is also another humiliation that is being given to her in Kangan by His Excellency, who pays much attention to to Lou than to Beatrice. She is ready to endure whatever that's going to happen for the sake of her country. She also realizes how casual Lou has become with the president, and the president invites her for a dance and dances with her so closely. She begins to feel his erected penis rubbing against her private part. She takes His Excellency to a quiet corner and asks if she can take the President of the United States, including the Chief of Staff and the Director of the CIA, hostage in the manner in which the American journalist is treating him. His Excellency is hurt by her comments and remarks and calls her a racist. Beatrice starts crying and he abandons her there. Major Johnson Osai comes to inform Beatrice that the car is ready to take her back home. This chapter raises important issues such as the authority of power which His Excellency exercises by inviting Beatrice without seeking her consent. Also take note of the distance between His Excellency and his former friends who are no longer part of his inner circle. Take note of the fact that His Excellency now leads a pleasurable life in the company of women, spending extravagantly on drinks and food. The previous government had spent 45 million to build the presidential resort, while the president has renovated it using 20 million when the people lack basic needs, highlighting incompetence. The fact that the money that is used in renovating the resort is taken away from the public treasury without following the rightful financial procedure highlights embezzlement. Lastly, take note of the disrespectful manner in which Lou treats His Excellency and his entourage, pushing Beatrice to get very upset, highlighting conflict.